So we're here with Conor, who just got top 4 at the UK Nats. You took 3rd place, right?
Yeah, 3rd place.
And you're playing Trickstar Sky Strikers. How are you feeling?
Trickstar Sky Striker Mekk-Knight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so obviously I came out of my top 4 match here. I don't know if you watched it on stream, but if you did, you saw I misplayed dirtily both games 1 and 2, and I think like I'll probably get roasted for it, but it is hard to play under pressure, under like that much pressure and I know it was a simple mistake, but it happens to the best of us. So
yeah, exactly.
There's nothing more I can do about it. It's in the past. I'm just going to move on, and I'm happy with my top. I'm actually really happy because last year at the last Nats I came top 32, and I really want my only want for this year was the top 16, because I want to as long as I can get better. Gradually, eventually, I'll get to the national champion. But
yeah, exactly.
I managed to top 4 this event, so I was really happy with that, and it was a really well run event. I think during Swiss, my record was 8-1-1, so 8 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw.
Yep.
And then obviously I played in top cut until top 4.
Yep.
And my do you want to know my matchups?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, so round 1 I played Altergeist 2-0. Round 2 I played Invoked. Invoked Sky Striker 2-0.
Yep.
Round 3, 4, and 5 Trickstar Sky Striker 2-0'd all of those. Round 6 Altergeist again, lost 2-1. Round 7 I played against another Trickstar Sky Striker 1-2-1, and then that was day 1.
Yep.
Day 2 I played against Pure Sky Striker 2-0. Then I played against Goki, Darren Stevenson. I drew with him, and then in the final round I played against Altergeist and won 2-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a well-run event, and I just wanted to say thanks to the obviously tournament organisers and thanks to Zhou for having me on the channel.
Yeah. No worries. So do you want to take us through the deck?
Yeah, sure, no worries. Okay. So the main deck was I'd say standard apart from the Mekk-Knights. So I played obviously 3 Candina, 3 Lycoris. Some people play 2. I prefer 3 because even though I'm not playing Desires, this card is really good to draw anyway. Because if they some people play Vela, or if they're playing Widow Anchor, and it just dodges around so much things and makes sure your Candina goes off. And opening 2 of these is fine if you have a way to get to Candina, because ending on double Lycoris, double Reincarnation means they only get 1 search before they die.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed 3 Lycoris, and then obviously the 1 Libra. Then for the hand traps I played 3 Ash and 3 Droll, the best hand traps of the format. Not much to say about those.
Yep.
I didn't double Reincarnation draw anyone this tournament, so yeah, but everyone played around it. And then for the spice we played the 2 purple Mekk-Knight, the 1 blue Mekk-Knight, and the 1 indigo. I was okay, another story, quick anecdote.
Yeah.
I finished my exams obviously on the this Friday, so 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have much testing for the tournament, which was the next day. So I got to the hotel at maybe 4:30 in the afternoon, and then for the rest of the afternoon I just tested. And we and my boys, I'm part of Team Disciples, so that's the team I'm part of. You probably see from the t-shirt. And out of us, I think there was 11 of us. 9 of us topped the event, and 6 of us were playing. 7 of us were playing the exact same list. We all played this list, and I got it from the 2 guys that came up with it, Marcus Patel and Billy Val, and they tested thoroughly for this event, and they made the list, and I was like, cool, I'm just going to use this list. You give me the deck, I'll pilot it.
Yeah.
And so they gave me the list, so big shout outs to them. And yeah, these Mekk-Knights, the reason you play them is because they put on a lot of pressure in the mirror match. This deck was built for the mirror match, so when a lot of the time, it's hard putting big beaters on board when you're playing a Trickstar deck. They find it hard to get over 2-5 guys, 2-4 guys. So having these guys is really good, because not only is this a 2-5 beater, but you can summon it almost all the time, and it acts as a wind-up rabbit. So any time they would try to get rid of it, you just banish it, search a Mekk-Knight, and then it comes back to the field. It's like an Omega. So that was really good. And then this one, if they have 2 cards in the same column, you just summon it and search 2. So these guys put on so much pressure, and they won me a lot of games. I OTK'd a lot of these, so I really enjoyed those throughout the tournament. So that's the monsters. Onto the spells, obviously 3 light stage, 3 crisp ulti terraformings. So 6 light stage basically. 3 engage, 3 hornet drones, and then I played 1 Anchor and 1 Afterburner.
Yeah.
I was playing Jamming Waves for a while, just like testing out whether I should play Burner or Jamming Waves, but like Jamming Waves just didn't do enough for me, and every time I activated, they always just chained the back row, so it was always like a -1 for me. Yeah. Whereas with Afterburners, hitting their Lycris is really good, because a lot of times, like if you're trying to OTK or trying to set up a good board, the damage from Lycris actually does add up, and this card's good for outing, stuff like that. Oh, and it also outs Borrow Load, which is kind of annoying to get over. And then 3 Scapegoat, obviously, you resolve this, you win.
Yep.
And then obviously there's not much room for like creativity in the deck. There's maybe like 6-7 spaces, and already 4 spaces were taken up by the Mekk-Knights. So I could only play either this or Shared Ride, or like, you know, those type of cards that like you can only have like that much amount of. And other people decide to play Shared Ride. Like I know I played Lorenzo Roman like top 8, and he was playing Shared Rides. I think he was maining 3. Yeah. And the reason I'm playing Called by the Grave over Shared Rides is because I feel like the back row in this deck doesn't really like hurt the opponent. Like there's not really interrupts. The main interrupts are the hand traps, which is like Ash Droll. Yep. So having this for like turn on when they draw you or Ash you or try, like even if they double reincarnation and then draw you, they've just -2 when you Call by the Grave them. Yeah. So like I think this card was amazing over Shared Ride, and like even in top card, like when I played Lorenzo Roma and he Shared Ride me, I just Ashed it, like, and then I won from there. So I really like Called by the Grave. It's amazing, and yeah, it was definitely the correct call for the tournament. 3 of this. And then for the traps, I played 3 Reincarnation. Yep. Some people play 2. You have to play 3. Like the discards of the Nightmares and just being able to activate double Reincarnation if you have double Lycris is too much damage on the board. Yeah. And that's 40 card main deck. Sure. Onto the side deck. Got some tokens here. These are my Sky Striker tokens, and these are my Scapegoat tokens, and this is my team token. Right, cool. On to the extra deck. Extra deck was pretty standard, nothing. It's the same as a normal Sky Striker Trickstar deck. 2 Kagari, 1 Shizuku. I never really needed more. I think this is perfect ratio. Being able to add back engage and then searching another engage is pretty good. Yeah. Yep. And then double Link Spider, mandatory. Yep. Space Insulator. This guy actually has a second effect that a lot of people don't know about. Like when a Cyberse is summoned to your field, you summon this to, I think it's to a link point. Yeah, to a zone it points to. Yeah. So like if you make Triss you can like bring this back and blow up their back row. But that never came up for me. Yeah. I played Holy Angel. This was a last-minute decision. I was originally playing Ningetsu, which I definitely think is correct now. But I'm kind of... I like 100% think we should play Ningetsu, but I'm not sure whether I want to cut Holy Angel because it did win me a game in like round 8 or whatever, where I was playing Altergeist and they had the Rivalry of the Warlords up, and I linked my guys into this and then just constantly did damage, and obviously my Trickstars couldn't be destroyed battle when I had the ones that I linked to this, so this card actually like came in, so yeah. And then for the Nightmares, we played Goblin, Cerebus, Phoenix, Unicorn. Obviously, I don't play Griffin. Don't think it's that good. And a lot of people they play Space Insulator over the Cerebus, and they're not playing Cerebus. I play both. I think Cerebus is amazing because sometimes just getting rid of monsters and getting the free draw is amazing. And yeah, sometimes you just make it, and you don't even need to pop their monster, but you have to get the discard because you want to discard Lilybell or Reincarnation. So I like this. Okay. Sure. So yeah, that's the Nightmares. Then I played Triss. I think because I played against 4 Alter guys throughout the whole tournament, this card was one of the best cards in the extra deck that I made. Like being able to summon this guy, having a Reincarnation in grave, and just blowing up 4 of their back row without them being able to do anything. Like this definitely stole quite a few games for me during the tournament, and I would definitely play that again. Yeah. Bane of my existence. I only made this twice, and it was only for the loop twice, and the time when it mattered, I fucked up. So next time you get it right. I think all I'm going to do right now is go home and practice the firewall loop, and just make sure I get positioning right, because I don't know what to say about that one. Topologic. This was my favorite card in the entire extra deck. On the same level as Triss, because what happens is this card is the best card for the mirror. I wasn't playing this originally, but then I saw the German Nationals feature match in the finals, and the guy made this, and he put in so much work. And what people don't realize is this can attack over anything, and it will do 3k damage, and that is a lot of damage. And not just that, but also the summon effect to blow up their monsters. So basically, what happens is a lot of the time you attack your opponent's monsters, and then main phase 2 try out the back row, and a lot of the times when I tried Act the Backer in main phase 2, I'd hit a Scapegoat, and they'd chain the Scapegoat, obviously, so I'd be like, fuck. So then I had to make this, and then if I had a Reincarnation Engrave or a Hornet Drones, I'd be able to blow up all their back row, so the Scapegoat was useless. And that came in a lot, because had I not had this and they resolved Scapegoat, hands down they would have won.
Yeah.
Like if you resolve Scapegoat correctly and then you just manage to make all the nightmare, you just win. Like there's too much plus from all that. So Topologic was definitely the best card in extra. And then Borrowload, like I was on the fence about playing this. All my friends were calling me tapped because I wasn't playing it, but like it didn't come up that much, and they were like, "Oh, Conor, you're tapped. You have to play Borrowload. Like how you out in Diablos?" And I was like, "Cool." So I ended up playing it, and it actually did come up, so they were right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's it. So shout outs to Marcus and Moffat for calling me tapped, and I definitely have to play this card. Onto the side deck. Again, I had no input in this side deck. They just told me what to play, and I was like, yeah, cool, you're right. Free Ogre. This is for the pure matchup. So obviously, we theorize that if they don't resolve multi-roll, they can't win.
Yep.
So like, you just have Ogre for that, and it hits other things as well, and it's just a good card. Free Sphere Mode, obviously for the Goki matchup. I only played one Goki the entire tournament, and I drew with it. So, and it's never came up. Like I sided it and I didn't draw it. So, yeah. I don't know how good it is, but like my friend said they tested it and it was good. Now for the spice of the side deck, 2 Night Beam.
Yeah.
This is like the best card in the side deck. I don't know how many games I won because I got full value. And when I say full value of this card, it's full value. Like I set it, summoned a Mekk-Knight in the same column, so that like, and then activated the Night Beam on their one back row, and they can't respond. And you just game them. Like. This is basically, the mentality behind Night Beam is it does the exact same thing as Twin Twister, in the sense that a lot of people would like shotgun draw phase Twin Twister on my back row, so I can't reincarnation draw them. But that requires you to discard a card. And sometimes when you open broken hands and you don't want to like discard a reincarnation or a Lilybell, you might want to just like kill their back row without having to discard a card.
Yeah.
And that's what Night Beam does, because basically, if you activate it on their lone back row, they can't respond. So if it's a Scapegoat, it's gone. However, if they have 2 back row, they can obviously play around Night Beam by chaining one of them, then chaining the other. But that's fine, because if they do that, then it's exactly like if you Twin Twisted them and they just responded. So like, it does the exact same thing as Twin Twister, and if they have 1 back row, they can't respond. So I think this is ultimately better. And also, I'm siding 1 Impermanence, because we were playing 15 cards, and I didn't know what we were playing 14 like 100% side deck cards, and we didn't know what the 15th card would be. So we just wanted another card for Goki. Yeah. But in hindsight, this should definitely have been a 3rd Night Beam, because Night Beam was disgusting. Like this card was definitely the MVP of the day. Oh. Well, this and another card I'll get to in a sec. And then I play Free Shared Ride. It's the best card in the mirror. Yep. Obviously, if you go first, you side 3, and then you just win if you resolve it. And then the Impermanence for Goki. And then my favourite card in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This has been my favourite card since I topped YCS Rimini, and this was also the reason I topped YCS Rimini. Heavy Storm Dusters. This card is just amazing. I don't know if you, like, I was on feature twice, and the first time I was on feature I played against Altergeist, and he won game 1. No, did he win? Yeah, he won game 1, so I was already on tilt. and then game 2, I was like, cool, like fuck this, I'm gonna go in. I sided these in, and I drew 2, and obviously I set 2, and he went, I passed, and he set 5 back rows, blow like 4 of them out with this, and like I hit the Rivalry, I hit Anti-Spell, I hit Imperial Order, so like. This is definitely my favourite card in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's so much plus. Like, it's just 1 card for both their back row. Like, it's amazing. Like, I just definitely love that card. That card is amazing.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the deck. Do you mind if I do some shoutouts?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I have quite a few shoutouts. Obviously, I wasn't that prepared for this event. I came to the event on the Friday with no testing, maybe a few games on Dueling Book. That's about it. My list was nothing like this list. It was a Sheg list. I was like maining Shared Rides. I was maining Shared Rides and Called by the Grays for some reason, and like I wasn't maining the Mekk-Knights, and and my side deck was super tapped. Like I was playing Cherries. That card's crap. So. Really big shout out to the disciples, like especially the ones who tested on the Trickstar deck, because they definitely went in with making the most broken list. Like I played, I think 5 or 6 Trickstar mirrors, and I didn't lose a single one. Like I 2-0'd pretty much all my. I think I 2-0'd all my Trickstar Sky Striker mirrors apart from 1. So like this list is broken for the mirror match if you want to like use it. And big shout outs to the disciples. Big shout outs to Marcus, Moffat, Barney. For driving up here with us, Moffat and Alex Robertson, they're from Surrey. They're not part of like the Brotherhood, which is like this like club in London, which I'm also giving shout outs to. Like that's my locals. I always go there, and that's where I like started off as a player. So I think like what happened today was attributed to that. So I wanted to shout them out. Shout outs to Abid for being my token. On stream, he's getting recognition. This was the name of our team before like we changed it to like a good name, but it was just like Furio, because like it was a theory group and like a testing circle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Shout outs to Barney for driving us here. Shout outs to Mardi, Lee, Matassim, Abid. Oh, shout outs to the Sneak Attack lot. Shout outs to KCJ. Yeah, like, let's get it. Let's go.
Cool. Congrats again, and good luck in the future. Hopefully next time you take first.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll try and not misplay. Thanks, man.
No worries.